Welcome to Hollywood First Look Features. I'm your host, THUY PHAN. It's no joke that this is going to be one exciting week in Hollywood news, but first, the highly anticipated movie starring Constance Wu and Jennifer Lopez comes out in theaters, and we have a behind-the-scenes chat with the amazing cast of Hustlers. Amy Cassandra also has a sneak peek with the cast of the classic cult favorite Nancy Drew. Then we'll talk to the star of supernatural thriller Lexi Colker on why Freaks is a must-see. Let's get started. Joaquin Phoenix has plenty to laugh about. According to Variety magazine, the Oscar-nominated actor stars as Arthur Fleck in Joker, which is set to dominate the box office with over $80 million in its opening weekend, October 4th. Joker has already won a major award, the Golden Lion, at the Venice International Film Festival. Phoenix was also honored with the TIFF Tribute Actor Award at the Toronto International Film Festival. And while Phoenix was applauded for his impressive performance, the film received some backlash for its depictions of violence. Warner Brothers has described the film as being an exploration of a man disregarded by society that is not only a gritty character study, but also a broader cautionary tale. Fans might not have seen the final dragon soaring over Westeros if HBO has anything to do about it. HBO is nearing a pilot commitment for a prequel series based on the Game of Thrones companion book Fire and Blood. The prospective pilot would be set 300 years before the events of the original series, exploring the beginning of the end for House Targaryen. HBO has declined to comment, but author George R.R. Martin has previously hinted via his blog that one of the prequel series would be based on the companion book. The cable network originally announced that 5 spin-off series were in the works, with Naomi Watts starring in one of them. The Shining, epic, terrifying, Jack Nicholson. You remember? Well, it has a sequel and stars Ewan McGregor in Dr. Sleep. Years following the events of The Shining, a now-adult Dan Torrance meets a young girl with similar powers as his and tries to protect her from evil forces eager to devour her shine. Rebecca Ferguson stars alongside McGregor in this movie, which hits theaters November 8th. Dr. Sleep is directed by Mike Flanagan from his own screenplay based upon the novel by Stephen King. Dr. Sleep will be distributed worldwide by Warner Brothers Pictures beginning October 30th. Writer and comedian Bowen Yang is joining the cast of Saturday Night Live for its upcoming 45th season. And what's so special about that is that it makes him the show's first full-time, fully East Asian cast member. Yang joined SNL as a staff writer in 2018 and is also the host of Los Culturistas podcast. According to the New York Times, in the show's 40-year history, they have only cast a handful of full-time cast members of Asian descent, including Rob Schneider, who is 1/4 Filipino, Fred Armisen, whose grandfather was Korean, and Nassim Pedrad, who was born in Iran. Congrats to Bowen Yang. Crazy Rich Asians director John Chu published an open letter in solidarity with Adele Lim, one of the film's 2 screenwriters who decided to leave the sequels after being offered significantly less pay compared to her co-writer. In a Twitter post on Monday, Chu stressed that he will always believe in Lim, whom he had handpicked to join Chiarelli to provide a female point of view in the first film. Lim reportedly declined to work on the sequels after receiving a starting offer of $100,000 plus. Chiarelli, on the other hand, was offered $800,000 to $1 million. Chu said that, quote, "The door is always open for Adele, and if there's another shot at making it work, I know we are all for it, but that's a personal and private conversation between ourselves." Nearly 30 years ago, Tracy Edwards sailed into the record books on Maiden with the first all-female crew in the 1989 Whitbread round-the-world sailing race. Maiden and her glass-shattering crew paved the way for women, and now the iconic yacht is on a new mission to raise awareness and funds for girls' education around the globe. Maiden and the Maiden Factor crew arrived in Marina del Rey with a huge flotilla escorting them into the marina, and LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn presented the LA County Scroll to this incredible all-female crew upon their arrival. The Maiden will then depart Los Angeles for Valparaiso on September 17th. The Maiden Factor World Tour began in November 2018 and will end in May 2021, a 2.5-year worldwide tour to promote female learning. They are lovers in real life, but Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello star in Bottom of the Ninth, which is now in theaters, on digital, and on demand. The movie will arrive on DVD September 17th from Paramount Home Entertainment. Manganiello plays Sonny Stano, a rising baseball star that ends up in prison due to a mistake. Now 20 years later and fresh out of prison, he works to win back his respect, his family, his lost love, and his dream of becoming a professional baseball player. From the producer of Creed and Rocky Balboa, Bottom of the Ninth is an inspirational story of determination and redemption.